What's up, people, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so today we're going to mess around with this front end a bit more, as in fuel and cooling. So when I left you last, what I've done is I've knocked up a bit of a tray. It's just an aluminium tray for the tank and the pumps to sit in. And to get this to fit, we did have to extend these little plates that were here. We've extended them a little bit, but that's the tank like bowl, shall we say. Now I've got the filter out and the fuel pump, but what I neglected to do was order the fittings for said pump and filter. They come with fittings, but the tank is an AN10 and this is an AN8. So I've got to swap the fittings out for that. And then the pump didn't come with a fitting for the end. So I've got to get ordered, well, I've ordered, just waiting for them to come back. So the pump is going to sit about there. That one's getting capped off. And the filter will sit about there-ish. Yeah, still got to fanny around to get them perfect, but we're going to come out of tank, through filter, and then I'm going to make a hard line to go into the pump. Now this might move around a little bit, I might change my mind, but we're going to come out through, and then that's coming up into the bulkhead. So I put this in even though we haven't got fittings, because I want to put the radiator back in so we can start eyeing up the AN16 fittings. I haven't got the brackets for there yet, I'm still waiting for them. But the AN16 have sort of got to get there. So we can work on chucking some dimensions around to see where we got to be. Right? Let's drop this radiator back in. Now we've got our position of our radiator. Price engineering. So now we can see radiator, tank, pumps. So this line has got to come, I'd say this, probably have to watch 45 of them and come straight across with a bit of a down swoop. And that one straight across the top of the pumps. Let's throw some fittings around, shall we? Right, so what I've got here, I've got two 90-degree bulkhead fittings. I've got a few straights, a few 90s, and a few 45s. Two of the straights are going to go down there. And hopefully two straights on the bottom of these bulkheads. And I've got four, hopefully 45s will do the trick. But we'll see. Right. Well, I've got a little bit of line that I'm going to use to get angles. Let's see where she leads. So, I'll tell you what, if I had another 45 on the other end, tight, so alignment look. Yeah, so it's going to be about there. And the top one probably won't be so bad. This is the problem with ANs and stuff, it's getting it all to work and line up the way you want it to. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a bit kinked, but feed. I'm just looking at the engine now. The left is a return to the radiator, which has got to go in the top. So yeah, this one has got to go to that side. So I think this one will get away with 245s. Yeah, because they're going to be stepped off anyway because of the. I'll show you the bulkhead fitting. See your bulkhead fitting goes through. My whole bulkhead's only going to be there. Yeah, so then the fitting is going to be. It's going to be proud into the engine bay. Yeah, probably going to be somewhere around about there. I'm going to have a good inch anyway. What we've got to do is figure out that bottom one. If I come out 90, I don't know if the hose will bend that. That's severe. Oh no, it would. Piece actually. At 90 and then they're straight into it. It's possible. And even the top one, to be fair, instead of having it going straight across, we could have them going like that. It's a 90. Let's have a look. Because I can use the 45 anywhere else really. And I'm going to have a straight and a 45. I tell you what, you know, I might be a bit better that point. To be fair, that ain't gonna work on that one. That, I can literally get the hose to wherever I want it then. I might do that. And then this one, I can leave as a 45 and come across. It's gonna go into about there, that one is. It's hard because I need the brackets down there first so I can see where the lines are gonna run up. Once I know where the lines are going to run up, then I know the spacing I need here. You know what I mean? And come straight out of that one. So this is the feed to the engine. Go straight in like that. Yeah, I'm going to do that, I think, just the 90s. And I can use the 45s on the other side to kick the hose away. Yeah, sounds like a plan. We've got two straights that are going on down the bottom over there. And then two straights for there. So we've just got to wait for fittings and my line things. Right, people. So it's the next week now. And we sort of come to a stop because I'm still waiting for the brackets to go along here to hold the hoses. But they're coming today. The chap is actually bringing them over to me. But, so what we're going to do now, just to finish off this video, is we're going to knock up the hose from there to there because the rest of the oil pump came back. Or the scavenge pump. So basically, on these scavenge pumps, you got this fitting. Now, as standard, that fitting comes in the bottom. There, right? And you can have it either there or there. But I wanted it there. Well, this thread was full of anodizing. It hadn't been tapped. So I sent it back to SBD. They go straight on it, tapped it, beautiful, come back. very thin amount of RTV back together. So what we need to do now is we're going to make that hose from there to there. Then the oil system is sealed and I can stop putting covers on everything. So I'm going to show you how I make the hoses. Very simple. Very simple. So what you'll do is you'll take the end off that one. Yeah, and you'll just leave that one. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to run the line yet, so we'll leave it roughly facing down to where she wants to be. And this one we're actually going to fit to the line. So I'll show you how I do that. Right, so you've given your area a bit of a clean. Got your fitting, you've got your line. Leave it long. So this is where I made the cut last. So all I do is put my finger in, pull out as much debris as I can. But we're going to blow the line out. So what we need to do, right, so what I've managed to do is I've managed to put that fitting on there. But for some reason, I didn't press record. So I'll show you on the next one, shall I? Right, then we're going to take our measurement now. This is why I always leave the line long, so you know you're not going to be wasting line. So I want this to go around this side of this hose, brake hose. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Right, so what I've managed to do is put that fitting on there, but didn't press bloody record. So I'll show you on the next one. So we've got our line, nice and long, because we don't want to waste line, do we? It's not the cheapest. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put it on our lower fitting. Come on. It's not the easiest of lines to work with, I'm not going to lie. It's even worse when you get to the 8 and 16 stuff. So our line is going to come through about there somewhere. So now we can take our measurement for here. We'll get our tape. So we'll bring this up. Some tape on our rough area. So now we need to work out how it's going to be. It's only a short line, but you can't have it too tight. So what you have to remember is, from there is shorter than there, because you've got a bend. Right, and that line, it isn't quite tight. So what I'm going to do, that point there is where the hose is going to sit up into. So what we want to do, we want to replicate that mark across onto this line, and that's our cut line. Right? So, the fitting's going to go up to about there. So I'm going to go about there. I'm going to play it safe and give me a little bit more. Yeah? See? Simple. Because if you imagine that thread in there goes up in there like that. So where the hose stops on the inside is where you need your line to be. So your hose splits, it goes up inside there and over the top. So yeah, it's about where that taper finishes. That's where your line cut needs to be. I'll take it off and show you. So on one of these fittings, you've got a taper here. So you got that taper, where this flat is here, that's where your cut line needs to be. There's a bit of a flat there. Yeah? So then, when the hose is pushed up, it splices, it goes in there, over there, and then this crimps it all together. Alright, so we'll get that cut now on the bandsaw, and I'll show you how to put this fitting on without not turning the camera on. So this is the best way I have found to cut lines on a bandsaw into vertical position. You can use a grinder and that, but it creates a lot of debris in the hose itself. This way you can get it nice and straight. See? Nice and straight. Right, let's try this again. Now I know I've pressed the record button. So we're going to get our fitting. We're going to take our tape off. The line has been blown out. It's clean. We're going to put our thing on. What it's called? What's going on? Yeah, pulling it back off at the same time. Just get it in so it's in the void inside, not touching the threads. Get your fitting. Make sure she's clean. Bit of ATF or gear oil. Just helps it slip about. Fingers. And we're going to just put it in. Slides in nice. And just slowly screw it in. Yeah. It's very easy. Well, this is just normal rubber hose. The PTFE hoses, they are a little bit more tricky because you've got, what do I call them, little brass things, like a, I can't fucking remember what they're called, people. I will remember, then I will let you know what they are. It's a nice consistent flow, no jerking. Okay. Nearly there. Couple more. Strain it up just for the aesthetics. There we go. Ta-da! One line. Yeah? Let's go and have a look at the car, shall we? Chuck this on. Let's have a look. Lower end first. Why not? Hang on, can we use this curvature to that? Yeah, we can. So I'm going to spin that fitting 90 degrees. Try that. See if I went enough. Right. So now we need to get it so this line is in line. Yeah, get it. So we've got to turn the fitting. So we're in line. Look at that. It fits perfectly on there, look. That's what we want. And then we'll lock it up. Not that one. One. Two. Oil lines. Done. I'm going to open that one back up. Give it a little turn. Because I like things to be nice and straight. There we go. Ta-da! Easy. So there's your line. From said line A to point B. Right. So there we go. That's the way I make my lines. I hope it might be a little bit useful to you. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.